Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below.
Good evening everyone and welcome along to round 2 of the AOR Hype Season 16 F4 League here on the PC platform. We are here at the Bahrain International Circuit here in Sakir as the Desert plays host to the second round of this 21 race championship. We have been racing at this prestigious circuit since it was brought to the calendar in 2004, becoming F1's first ever race here in the Middle East. This place cost a lot to build, an estimated $150 million US being invested to make up the circuit we race on today. That includes the 1,800 police and security staff, 600 track marshals and 25 doctors occupying the outskirts of this 5.4 kilometer circuit. Michael Schumacher was the winner of Bahrain's inaugural race in his dominant F2004 Ferrari car, and at the time it was held in the daylight. That was up until 2014, where for the 10-year anniversary the race was held under the floodlights, and has stayed this way ever since. Some AOR stats for you: the pole time record for Bahrain is a 1:27.299, which was set by Sauber F1 esports driver Sally Salton in season 15. And the race time record goes to current F1 esports champion Brendan Lee. Both times we're looking to get beaten by our drivers tonight. And to help them, the 3 tyre compounds are as follows: super soft, soft and the medium tyres. And I've been told by some of the drivers to expect some weird and wacky strategies throughout the field. The track then takes us through 15 corners, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, 2 DRS zones to assist overtaking, 1 down the main start-finish straight, which has been extended by 100 metres from last year, and 1 down the back straight towards turn 11. We've seen some cracking races in the past here, most notably the Titanic battle between Hamilton and Rosberg in 2014, and after a thrilling Australian Grand Prix we saw 1 week ago, we'll be looking to see some great action tonight.
Welcome to Sakir, Bahrain. I am Ninja Rabbit here to take you on the hot lap of the Sakir International Circuit. This is CRG Evo on the Xbox One. He won the last round at Australia here at AOR. Turn 1, very, very sharp off of the pit straight. Lots of passing opportunities here, and 30 meters wide on the track here. 2 and 3 taken flat out. A little bit of a lift here and true to get you down the front straight. Turn 4. Passing opportunity there, a switchback, and another wide part of the track. Drivers will be taking the whole thing. Left, right, and left here through the S section. Gotta be careful to not cut the track or leave the track in any fashion. Cut it right down. The turn 7 and 8. And now 9 and 10. Double corner, gotta watch the bump there on the inside of turn 10. A very, very slow section of the track, but with DRS, they ramp it all the way up. 8th gear grabbed before the sweeper in turn 11. Got to brake and turn at the same time. And in the same section of corners, you must accelerate out. For 12 and 13, you cut it down just a little bit. 4th gear, get the best exit you can down a very, very long straight. Crank it all the way up, running low downforce for most cars. The slipstream becomes very important here as another passing section here for turn 14. A very exciting track here at Bahrain. And a fantastic lap here by CRG Evo. Enjoy the race, everyone.
Here in qualifying then for another 18-minute session, I am on board with Collis, who came second in Australia. Who actually came first on track, but with that 3-second time penalty, lost out to Ryzen in the Sauber, who'll be looking to extend his championship lead and extend his authority on this F4 championship early on. After a great race, gents. Bahrain, very technical circuit, You know, lots of tight and twisty chicanes and like some very good chances for overtaking. You know, could be seeing a repeat of Australia with all the action.
Yes, yes. Plus, with it being such technical circuit, there will also be a lot of difficulty with the dirty air behind drivers, as we saw in Australia. So maybe another repeat of the infamous Turn 5 crash at Australia here with maybe another corner.
Yep. As El Soni then puts his name on the fastest lap of the race, qualifying I should say, 1:26.5 so far from the Renault driver. As I don't know what again I'm just looking at Collis and I'm quite bamboozled as to what he's doing. But yeah, 20 drivers in this race, which is great to see. I think we have a reserve in this race of Otto. I think he comes in.
I think Otto is here again.
He's in for Richie B, I think.
Yes.
Who couldn't make it.
Yes, he's in for Richie B. That's right. And we have today Chardier with us instead of Otto, which was his replacement last week.
Ah, yeah, the ACR driver making his debut in this league. Currently down in 12th place, 1:27.9. Just ahead of Zerd in 13th. And we saw Zerd in Australia making up 12th position, I think. He started 16th and he came home in 4th, which was a great result for the Haas driver. And he'll be looking to repeat that. I mean, if he does make up 12 positions right now, he'll be winning the race. So I'm sure he'll be taking that. But obviously we've got a long way to go in qualifying. 12 minutes still remaining.
Yes.
And then the 28 laps approaches. Yeah, so.
I think that
I want to be, interesting to see the tyres that people are using. We will check them.
Yes. We have El Sunny, which is on Supersoft, Kane on Supersoft, Big Boss on Supersoft. We have everyone on Supersoft instead of Hopper, Portex, Johan Engberg, and Gamer Mode, which is currently on his outlap. Yes, very interesting strategy for Johan Engberg and Gamer Mode.
I thought if we'd be seeing an alternate tyre to the super softies in qualifying, I would have put money on being the soft tyres, but the medium tyres, that's very interesting from the Ferrari driver.
Maybe they're going. Yeah, they're both looking to be going for one stop in the race if this is what they're trying to do.
They're looking to go very long in the race.
Yes, very long, and then onto a pair of super softs.
That could be a strong strategy, because I doubt a soft to super soft strategy will work as efficiently as a medium to super soft. So it could work out well for the Ferrari driver, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Just looking at stream. Stream is looking good.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it on my phone here, so that's good.
We've got 15 people watching right now.
Oh.
So hello everyone to watching. We hope that the issues that unfortunately took place last week have now been resolved, and we hope to bring you a great race here in Bahrain. Under the floodlights, it always brings up a great race, does Bahrain, and hopefully this race will be no different.
Yes, as
El
we have.
Sony still leads the way.
Yes, as we have Gamer Mode Otto and Christ is actually going to the pit. He has not set a time yet, but Otto and Gamer Mode is out on their flying laps right now.
Yeah, I'm on board with Otto now. Going into is he out definitely on a hot lap? He's got traffic in front of him.
That is very unfortunate.
I wonder if Zerd knows that he's on his hot lap. Yeah, I think he does. He pulls off.
He pulled off completely off the
road there at 4 turn 8. Now this turn 9 and turn 10 braking and turning at the same time.
Oh yeah, we see him locking up on the left.
Really hard. He locked up, yeah.
Very, very difficult corner.
Definitely, and this one isn't as easy too, braking and turning at the same time.
As we have Collis going straight ahead to allow Otto to go past.
Yeah.
As we have Gamer Mode up in front, going now.
Playing team game
coming across the line. in a time of 15th place, as we have Otto now coming down to the last corner, or the two last corners as it is here at Bahrain.
14 and 15.
Yeah.
There's DRS which is extended.
Yes, as
and
he
puts
goes
himself 6th place. Ooh,
1:27.122.
It's a strong lap time from the Toro Rosso. Looking to assert his authority. Being a reserve, you know, he wants to show everyone what he's made of.
Yes.
And that's definitely put a good impression on him.
As we have Crysis here now, the only driver not to put in a lap time, which is out on his out lap now. With 8 minutes to go.
He had a bit of unluck. He had a bit of a rough time last week in Australia. A lot of drivers, Eli as well, not having the best of times in Australia. We're looking to change that for Bahrain. And Eli's done a decent job so far. He's in P9 at the moment in his Red Bull.
Yes. As we
his
have
teammate Portex.
As we have almost all the drivers out on the circuit right now, except for Big Boss and Hopper. Or no, sorry, that's Portex.
Portex, yeah, Portex.
And Big Boss. Everybody else is on track now, trying to either set a time or out on their out lap.
I mean, what's surprising me is Collis down in 19th place.
Yes, that is very interesting with him going first. In the first
banker
race.
lap.
You know,
driver like to do the bank lap, and like it's definitely not a great banker lap time.
No.
Down in technically last place, if you don't count Crysis.
Well, I
think we should go on board here with the Force India driver. If you're okay with that.
Yes, I am on board with him currently.
He's now down to turn 1, braking just after 100. Then turning in, locking up. And then turn 2 and turn 3. Need to get a good run up towards turn 4. We will see a lot of battles, I'm sure. Starting from turn 1 all the way to turn 4, maybe even to the turn 5, 6, 7. Short sequence of corners, which Collis is approaching right now. To stay away from the curbs because they will bite. They will throw the car off-road at any given opportunity, and the Force India braves that pretty well.
As he locks up into the 9 and 10.
Yeah. That's getting out the way again. Down into turn 11, going over the curb there, which helped the turn in. Stays off the curb of the exit. And now swooping right-hander as Kane puts himself on that provisional pole position ahead of El Soni. He goes to 10th clear of the Renault driver.
Crysis sets the fastest lap, 1:26.246.
Goes from last to first in one lap. What about Collis though? Collis actually on the soft tyres, so I doubt he'll be challenging the pole position. Up towards the line though, 5th place.
Yes.
So he's looking for that alternate strategy, and starting in P5 definitely gives him some good options for the race. Completely forgot Ryzen is in 3rd place.
Yes.
Obviously, Australian Grand Prix race winner. El Soni down to 4th. And Eli in 5th. That's pretty decent from the Red Bull. Yeah, still 5.5 minutes to go. And 1:26.2 is the time to beat.
From Crysis.
Yeah, it's actually my prediction time, so if all the drivers are listening, like, you can, like, know when to improve and get pole position, like, because that'll get me a few points. But anyway, enough about that. We're here for the action on track, and not action off, and not the off-track antiques. If a lot of drivers coming into the pits now, I'm probably going to wait for the best opportunity to do their final runs.
As we have some drivers coming out on their out lap, we have Portex now on a pair of super softs, maybe going to try and improve his 1:27.485.
That's the aim, to improve at every opportunity for all the drivers, and I'm on board with Kane, who's coming into the pits here. and very slowly. On his in line, might have run out of fuel. Yeah, on the dash. He has no fuel, but anyway, he's in the pits and he'll be going for one more run.
Yeah, I think all the drivers are currently heading to the pits to just get a fresh pair of tyres and just cool down for their final lap, final qualifying lap.
But it's interesting what tyres though. I mean, I assume for like the likes of the top 6 are going to go back onto the set of super softs. But it's like the people down in like a bad position like Zerd, Mob, Enberg, Return, Gamer Mode, Portex. Well, they try to actually Portex actually might be starting his flying lap here on hit the set of super soft tyres. So he's committing to well the red stripe tyres for the start of the race if he qualifies in the top 10. I mean, based off his Australia pace, that shouldn't really be an issue, but with the tight competitors of this field, you know, one bad lap, one badly executed lap, and he could be well down the field.
So we have him here locking up through, that would be turn 8. Down 9 and 10 also locking up through there. Doesn't look like this is going to be a pole lap time, but never say never.
Yeah, it's happened in real life before. You think people have had bad laps and then they just absolutely bolt it in the final sector and produce a worldie of a lap. I doubt it'll happen for Portex, but again, you never know in Formula 1.
Oh, Wes, he almost loses it there.
Coming down towards turn 14, braking at the 100. He actually decides not to clip the curb, which has been reported as an issue where drivers actually can get their lap invalidated, but not invalidated, if that makes any sense. What's on the line then? He goes ahead of his teammates.
In 6th place, 1:26.598. As we have all the drivers on out laps.
Apart from Mob, interestingly, he's leaving it extremely late.
Yes, that is correct. As
he's coming out right now.
Oh, as we have Hopper here on his flying lap. It seems a new set of super soft tires. As we have all the drivers now opening their final flying lap.
It's going to be chaos.
Yes.
People on their flying laps right now trying to slice their way through the oncoming traffic, especially for Hooper in his McLaren. I can see a car in front of him. It looks a bit red, so it might be a Ferrari.
I think no, it could be a Mercedes.
Oh yeah,
it's a Mercedes.
It's a Ferrari and a Mercedes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, lots of drivers in front of him. As all the drivers are finding themselves in bad spots currently, with all the drivers out on the
it's going to be a traffic jam.
Yes, I think they're all trying to give a bit of distance to each other. Yes, they still have time to come around and start a new flying lap, as it looks like most of them is trying to do.
Yeah, it's like F1 cars trying to park into the supermarket to get their daily dose of shopping, but they're trying to get their best lap time of qualifying in this final 30 seconds. As I'm aboard with Cryzix, who's on his final flying lap, man on provisional pole in the Renault. He's taken turn 1, turn 2 and turn 3 very neatly there.
Oh, yes, we have Eli going off in sector 2. And with it seems like he is missing a front wing, yeah. He will he will not be improving.
Definitely not. He's gonna have to like set his mind to like getting out of the way for drivers. As a return as a tire from the session, he will start no higher than 16th. The Haas driver. The Haas are not having a very good qualifying session.
No.
And I know these guys; they aren't this slow. Zerd is actually coming up towards the line. What's he gonna do in his 16th only for Zerd? He's gonna start if no one behind him improves. No, he's gonna start the exact same place he did in Australia.
As we have
Cryzix is nearly finishing his lap. He's coming up towards the final 2 corners. He could be on for an improvement here. That looked pretty neat from what I saw, and it comes up towards the line now. DRS wide open on his Renault, and he does improve. Wow,
Yes.
126.1. I don't know whether to be happy or sad or not, but it's a Renault 1-2, I should say.
As we have,
Renault
that's just a couple of drivers being stopped due to the session being over. As we have Big Boss coming over
Renault
the line.
walk out the front row.
And Eli coming through here with Johan Engberg in front. Oh, Eli actually putting in the pits, but Engberg returning up to 17th place. As we have Mob coming.
Mob's the last one to finish a lap.
Yeah. He will be putting it on 16th position.
Wow, so that was very interesting.
Yes, very interesting, very interesting.
Very mixed up compared to Australia.
Yes.
Collis is down in 10th position. And Ryzen, actually doing well for himself. He's in the top 5. He'll be happy with that. I mean, will he though? Yeah, he might have been targeting pole position, we don't know.
As the final standing is now, Chrysix on pole, El Sonny finishing off the first row of the grid, then Kane, Ryson in 4th, Big Boss in 5th, Otto in 6th, the reserve driver, Portex in 7th, Rienk in 8th, Eli in 9th, and Collis finishing out the top 10. Then for the rest of the group we have Lars Chaudier making his AOR debut in the F4 League. And then we have Hooper in 13th, Artsy in 14th, Anti-Otto in 15th. And as I didn't...
I think Mob got 60,
Yes.
and then Zerden Returner in there
Yes,
somewhere.
so, and did you see who got last place?
No, I think Gamer Mode might, actually, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we
We'll
don't
have to
know.
just make do. Yeah, might have to improve on our speed.
Yes.
When the game doesn't give us a lot of time. 20 drivers, like a minute. That's 3 seconds a driver. So, and some drivers are quite long names. So, yeah, we'll have to make do with that. But anyway,
As we're
enough
coming
about
up to the
that.
race.
Yep, the most important thing. I really didn't expect a Renault front row lockout, but
No,
that's
but
what we're getting.
yeah, it's going to be an exciting race.
Definitely, and crucially, Collis is on the soft tyres.
Yes,
He qualified on the softs. He's going to start on worn soft tyres.
as we have here for the formation lap, as we have to finish off the grid, Marvin 16th, Serden 17th, Johan Engberg in 18th, Return in 19th, and as we thought, Gamer Mode in last place, rounding off the grid.
Yeah, Johan Emberg, people were expecting big things from him.
Yes.
Being a good sim racer, competing in many other leagues, now going to the PCF4, he did well in Australia, but people were expecting a high position in qualifying, and he's down in 18th. Between the 2 Haas cars, well, they're all on soft tyres, which I did not, which doesn't really surprise me. Is anyone braving it on the medium tyres?
No one is braving it on the medium tyres.
Oh, can't get everything we want.
No. Top 9 on the super softs, and everybody else is on the softs.
Yep, that makes sense.
As we have Big
So,
Boss and Otto getting disqualified from the formation lap.
Oh, come on, boys. Come on, that's the last thing you want. That's it's gonna
Yeah.
give you less experience on the formation.
Yeah, crucially they're not disqualified from the race.
Yeah.
Yet.
Double lining to a dark cloud. But, yeah, we keep an eye out for Collis. On the soft tyres, had great pace in Australia, won the race on track, but with a penalty, obviously, that gave Ryzen the win. But yeah, I'll expect him to be slicing his way through the field once super soft tyres have had their say on things. Well, we've had our say on things in the formation lap because the race is nearly about to begin. Both Renaults kind of in formation now,
Yeah.
going up towards the grid.
And Chrysix maybe hoping to be the first to come up to the finish line for every single of the 29 laps.
Yeah, 29 laps ahead of us in this beautiful night race under the floodlights. Bahrain Grand Prix is nearly upon us as we see gamer mode getting into his grid spot around about, and now I think there we go, he's in, and we will go ahead to the five right.
We're still waiting on
Very
Johan Engberg, and
yeah.
there, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's lights out, and away we go for the first of this 29 lap race, as all the drivers seem to get a quite nice and clean start coming down to turn 1.
Right, just in the lead ahead of El Sonny. That's a McLaren.
We have some.
Oh, there's contact at the back.
Oh yeah, I didn't see who hit each other, but there was some contact at the back.
Antiotto at the back of the field, of course. India. There's more side-by-side action. Collis has already picked up 2 places on the opening 4 and 5, 6 corners. He's up to 8th place and pressurising the Ferrari of Big Boss,
which is side-by-side with Otto.
Oh, it's very close. And the Ferrari gets ahead of the Toro Rosso, and here comes Collis. Collis is sizing a move already on the Toro Rosso. He's going to try it down into turn 10. Oh, the Toro Rosso goes wide, and that opens the door for the Force India to scoot past him.
But it's Otto trying to come back at him on the super soft tyres. Round down the inside, he dives it.
Yeah, he can't make the move stick, and that could invite his teammate Rienk to have a look at the Toro Rosso.
Yes.
2 Toro Rossos from the 2 Williams.
Oh, yes, we have. Is that Portex is off?
And Collins picked up another position. He's up into 6th place already.
Going still side by side with Portex, and he makes it stick.
Move's done. Yeah.
As the 2 Toro Rossos are battling.
Hang on a minute. There's a move for 2nd place, maybe. Kane has to go round the outside of El Sonny. I can't make the move stick, but Portex and Collex are fighting again. Oh no, there's Toro Rosso round.
Oh,
in the spin.
Oh, and a big collision between the Toro Rossos there.
Yeah, and Rienk lost out a bit. I think there might have been a Toro Rosso civil war there. Rienk got a bit of front wing damage on his car. I don't know.
Oh, it certainly looks like. No, it doesn't seem that he has any, but we can't really see anything. But at always we have Antiotto in a battle with Marb.
That's a great squad. Eli's had a shocker of a start.
Ooh.
He's down in 17th place.
Oh yes, we have the Toro Rosso of Otto going down the inside of Marb and Antiotto, but doesn't make the move stick.
Gets the inside line for turn 11 though. Oh, it's side by side, a bit of argy-bargy stuff between the Toro Rosso and the Mercedes. The Toro Rosso barges the Mercedes out the way, and despite that damage, oh, and that's Eli. Oh, it's a bit.
I saw some carbon fiber fly a bit away there, but maybe not enough to give him a huge loss of downforce.
Yeah, I think Eli must have suffered from must have had some front wing damage.
We have Eli going almost straight ahead and off the track. And as you can see on his right side, he has some front wing damage as he goes into the pits on lap 3.
Lap 2, in fact.
Oh
dear me.
Will he
Eli again?
Oh, yes, again. And he will be switching his front wing. That'll be a long pit stop for him. Going on to the medium tyres. Will he be maybe trying to have them on till the end of the race, maybe?
That's a risk I like people taking. As Zerd is making his way up the field. He's got past Artsy in the Sauber. Zerd's already up into P11. Another comeback drive from Zerd could be happening today. He's already made up 5 places at the start, and he's pressurising Johan Engberg, who's equally made a great start in his Ferrari. Oh, and that's the second Asper turn. Having to go off the track at turn 10 there, in a battle with gamer mode. The Mercedes just staying ahead of the Haas. The Haas might be pressurising down the main straight.
If he can keep it through these corners, keep it close to him with the dirty air. Very difficult.
And one man who might be looking for a move is Kane, as Otto picks himself. 3-second time penalty. Kane has DRS now, as DRS has been enabled on the last lap. Got DRS on the El Sonny in the Renault. Pulled out to the outside line.
Artsy got a 5-second stop go penalty, I believe, through. But Kane goes around the outside and he will get the inside line through turn 3.
Oh, El Sonny fights him back in the Renault. And positions stay as they are, but for how much longer? Kane could be sending on the inside at turn 4. No, he thinks better of it. And tries to pressurise him throughout the next lap.
As we have Last and Portex fighting currently for 7th place. As Last wins that fight. But
Portex has lost 2 positions there. Collis back up into 6th place. Again on those soft tyres. Last also on the soft tyres. Portex on the supers, so that's not ideal, getting overtaken by 2 soft runners. And he's got Yardier in the Williams also on the soft tyres. So yeah, it might be an indication of what tyre is working best at the start of the race. All the super soft tyre runners at the top 5 are all going fine and dandy.
as we have a lot of drivers through the midfield very close to each other, trying to size up that move.
There's a lot of battles throughout the field again. Only Eli being an exception, 33 seconds behind Anthony Otto in 19th place.
Very unfortunate for him. Could that be him having some connection issues maybe?
Yeah,
as Collis
maybe,
sets the fastest lap.
And Kane's trying again, round 2 here. Eli shuts the door on him and Kane has to go onto the curb a little bit. And he can't make the move stick. Could this invite Ryzen to have a look at the McLaren driver? He's really close to him. It's the Sauber, the winner of Australian Grand Prix, looking to pounce on any mistakes the 2nd place and 3rd place will make. I'll have to settle in 4th right now. I think we've had another move. Portex has been down a place again, as Eli is able to rejoin, so it wasn't a deliberate left the session.
No.
Yeah, actually has some connection issues.
Yes, maybe. But as we have Royce and Kane and Alsoni in a fight here at the front for 2nd place, maybe Big Boss in that fight as well, as he has been catching up.
Yeah. And all the time these 4 battle, this will relieve Kryzik's in the lead and he'll be able to get away. I wonder if they're playing the team game here. The 2 Renaults, you know, I don't know if they're in a call or what, or like they've planned this out before, if like they've you know, talked about how they would deal being in this situation where they're in 1st and 2nd.
Let's hope they have.
Might not predicted it. Yep.
So they don't double stack, but
he has to defend.
Kane tries to go around the outside through turn 1, and he makes the move stick. Oh, Asel Sunny had some problems there.
Oh, Big Boss!
Oh, Big Boss round. I think he got hit by El Sunny, which had a bit of oversteer through turn 3. But as we have Rysan going up to 3rd position.
Yeah, Rysan's ahead of El Sonny. El Sonny has lost 2 positions in a sequence of corners, and you know, as soon as he says, "Oh, Renault's in 1st and 2nd," we just do the commentator curse, and El Sonny is unfortunately down to 4th place.
We will maybe have to apologise to him after the race.
Yes, yeah, we do apologise, El Sonny, but or actually, we'll try to mention you as little as possible. Someone we might want to mention is Ryzen. The man ahead of him.
Yes, as he's trying to size up a move on Kane for 2nd place.
Yeah, I don't see this battle ending anytime soon.
Maybe this will be a battle like with Collis and Rysan in the 1st race, going all the way to the end.
Oh yes, please! And it looks like it's in it. Collis, look at Collis. He's opened the door and he's into this party. Under the lights, as Ryzen now with DRS, Slipstream and AOR up to the full.
Oh, Ryzen down the inside of Kane, trying to get that move, but Kane defends well.
He does.
As we have Cozzie trying to overtake Elsani, going down the inside.
Surely not. The Force India on the soft tyres is... Oh, he can't quite make the move stick. You know, so super soft tyres still working well for the Renault. It could be a matter of time for the Force India side. That time is enough, and he will go for the move. As we see a battle for 7th place commencing. Enberg has got past Yardier in the Williams, and Zerge is forming up to try and possibly get past the Williams as well.
So now we have two big fights.
Yeah.
1 4 7. Oh!
Oh, I say that Johan Enberg's lost it
Oh!
on the exit of turn 11.
Oh! As it's a big collision between Johan Engberg and Big Boss. Oh!
Oh no!
Big Boss doesn't see Johan Engberg and just goes in and T-bones him. Very big crash between the two Ferraris.
Oh, I've just seen it on board with Portex.
Calamities.
That is disastrous.
As we have Collis going down the inside of Elsani.
All kicking off
oh,
in the Bahrain Grand Prix.
on lap 7 and 8.
They're going wheel to wheel as Force India and Renault. Force India just squeezing ahead. Lass is also in this battle as well. Two Finnish drivers and the one Dutch. The Force India stays ahead, and that's Ryzen all over the tail of the McLaren of Kane, and by all these guys battling. Cryzix is just saying thank you very much, and he'll pull away to what he'll see comfortable.
This is just benefiting Cryzix, which is in clean air on his super soft tyres.
Yep, two Finnish drivers on the soft tyres making their way up the field. Collis, we matter of time before the super soft tyres wear out. It's usually around lap 9, lap 10 that drivers decide, on the super soft pits for the medium tyres, so they're going for the one stop. And I wonder if we'll be seeing any undercuts before. Maybe Ryzen might want to undercut Kane, but he's actually, instead of that, he's going to have to go under pressure from the Force India of Collis, whose round is outside. They're great battles in the Australian Grand Prix. Seeing equally as great battles. Oh my god, he wants to go into the pits, does he? Collis has to back out, surely. Oh my
Ryzen
word.
and Collis and Kane is in the pits now.
That could have gone so much
as
worse.
Cryzix is also in the pits now.
Oh, that just... I have my heart on my mouth there, because Ryzen wanted to go into the pits, and Collis was on his inside.
As we have Collis going down the inside of Elsani now for second place.
He gets past the man he had got past previously, but again, because of that near miss, Collis lost a load of time. I guess to just back off, so he didn't go into the pit lane as well, because that would have ruined his strategy. But last is in the lead in the Williams. Oh, by saying that, he locks up into turn 10. Still stays ahead though.
Yes, he has half a second down to Collis in second place. Oh, as Ryzen and Portex could be in a small fight here for 15th place, with Ryzen on the medium.
Oh, third. Elsoni's tyres have given up on him quite substantially. Look, he's all over the shop, and that's going to be Jardier to pounce on the Renault and his degrading tyres. He's surely going to have to pit onto this lap. He lets Williams driver through. And yeah, I think he's going to aim into the...
Yes, as we have third in front of him as well going into the pits on his one soft tyres. Very interesting with him pitting so early.
Yeah, he'll be looking to follow the...
As we have gamer mode going around the outside of Artsy into turn 1.
And he makes the move stick. Good, well spotted there. But actually saying that, Artsy's going to come back at him. Down towards turn 4. As the outside line is going to have to outbrake him. Wants to get past him, and he's going to keep it round the outside.
They're still side by side. through the S's.
Oh! Who's gonna come out on top? This is great wheel-to-wheel racing between the two drivers.
Oh, as Artsy loses it a bit with some oversteer, having to slot in behind him. But he goes down the inside!
Oh! Dive.
Oh!
From the south, there's been a wheel banging.
And
Game Mode was not impressed by that attempt to get past him.
no.
Still, I'm really impressed with these guys driving. They're side by side for a constant amount of corners there.
As we have
Both on the soft
yes,
tires.
as we have Hooper coming up to Chaudière, maybe trying to make an overtake on him into the last corners, or into the first corners maybe. As he will have DRS.
Collis pits.
Yeah, from the second place, as we have Hooper going down the inside even before the braking zone of Chaudière.
I'm interested where Collis gonna come out in this battle. I see Kryzik's coming down the main straight. I think Kryzik is safe in the lead for now, but Collis is well ahead of Kane, who's under pressure from Portex, actually in the Red Bull. They're going side by side into turn one. Portex on the soft tyres, probably looking for the two-stop strategy as opposed to the one-stop, but Collis, by going a lap extra than most other drivers, has benefited from that massively, and it's in a bit of clear air now.
Ooh, but by saying that, Kane under pressure from Portex, and with Ryson coming out from behind on those fresh mediums.
Yeah, look how much time they lost being in battle, and Collis has benefited that quite substantially, and you know, he could be on the charge, and Kryzik may have to be wary of his rear mirrors. See a Pink Panther in the distance. Speaking of Pink Panthers, he's getting past the Pink Panther of Antiotto there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Antiotto on old tyres, no point fighting him. So that's at least that's a car between himself and Collis, although it's Collis' teammates. So I wouldn't put money on.
As we have Last going into the pits from the lead, we'll see who will be coming out in front of him. As we have Antiotto going in the pits as well.
Yeah, Last was ahead of Collis. And
well,
is he ahead
no,
of
Kryzik makes it past him just about, but we have Collis behind him.
So Last slots in between the Renault and the Force India. So right now it's the French Renault driver ahead of the Finnish Williams driver ahead of the Finnish Force India driver, and it's a battle for 7th place between Portex, Kane and Ryzen.
Yes, we have Kryzik in what will be the net first place, as we have Hooper, Chaudière and Gamer Mode on very old soft tyres in front of them, still needing their first pit stop.
Yep. Hooper leads this race from Yarday, from Gamer
As
Mode.
we have Return and Marb in a big battle for what would be 14th place.
Yeah, but it's not where they want to be. Unless Return locks up there. Marb doesn't equally get the best exits out of turn 8.
As they have Antiotto coming up behind them. As Marb locks up.
Yeah, Antiotto, actually all three of them actually, on fresh tyres.
Yes. As we have
Marb's
Hooper and Gamer Mode pitting.
Yeah, good spot. So Yarday leads the race in his Williams.
In clean air with no one behind him. With 14 seconds down to Kryzik.
Oh, is this Ryzen going to go on a move? Oh, that was very precarious from the Sauber driver. It's going to actually make the move stick on both of them. Surely not. It gets past the McLaren. Three-way scrap here, side by side with the Red Bull of Portex, heading down towards turn 4, wheel to wheel, and he outbreaks the Red Bull. Is the Red Bull going to try a switchback move down towards turn 5? He can't get the exit traction as good as Ryzen's, and Ryzen is made 2 places up in short sequence of corners. It's going to be fine.
That was one hell of a move from Ryzen. But do we have last come up to Collis in third place, or what?
Oh, what's happened? What? Has Collis legitimately overtook last, or has last made a mistake here? Because last was quite far ahead.
That is correct.
So,
But
two finish drivers, some positions. We don't know why.
no, but as we can see,
Maybe Collis just has
Croisset's catching up to Chaudier very quickly. Chaudier has to pit soon. We almost says his 12 lap.
Soon,
Yeah,
rather like
yes,
now.
12 lap old soft tires. As we will see the drivers return to what their positions were before maybe the pit stops, if we exclude the battling. But with the battling, who will be where? We don't know where Chaudier will come out, as we see him just slowly go down the field. Maybe he kept it out a bit too long, as he comes out in what would be in a battle between Gamerman and Artsy for 11th place.
Yep, can definitely see that.
Left it just a bit too late.
Third ahead of them. Just more battles. It's Lass and Collis, who's the interesting one right now. Collis pressurizing the Renault of Kreis, who's been leading this race pretty much from start to where we are right now, halfway through the race, lap 14 of 29. So yeah, basically one lap before the halfway point of this race. We have three people potentially in a fight for the win. Oh, I see a move down the field.
Yes, gamer mode on Chaudier.
Oh, they're going side by side through turn 12.
Very hard place
to
go side by side.
Yeah, and the curbs do bite, especially on that turn.
Yes, as gamer mode trying to take the defensive line, but Chaudier just follows him as Last sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix.
Yep, and he's pressurizing the Force India incredibly.
Yes.
And staying that, Carlos is gaining on the Renault too, so yeah, that Renault must be driving pretty.
Are we going to see? Are we going to see a repeat of Australia? Let's hope.
Carlos is in the mix like he was in Australia. Rising though, 3.6 seconds adrift of Lass in third place.
Yes.
So he's going to need to pick up the pace if he wants to join this battle. As you see Kane in his McLaren, who's one of only a few drivers who are in within 1 second. As he's saying that, Carlos has put himself within 1 second of Kreis's. So Kreis's reign on first place could come to an end quite soon.
As all the drivers will have DRS on each other down the start-finish straight.
Yeah, Otto picks out another 3-second time penalty. You know, in such a competitive field where the times are so close together, you know, if you have more time penalties than the other, that's definitely going to cost you a heap of positions.
As we saw in the first race, was it Collis losing out to Rice and on a time penalty, with Collis finishing in first on track, but because of a time penalty, he got degraded down to second place. As we have Kane on a move on Portex.
Needs to move sick.
But will Portex come back?
With the Rebel fighting back? Kind of.
Yes.
He thought about the move, and then he just kind of...
Oh, as we have Serd and Otto going side by side. With a bit of wheel banging.
Oh, it's very close. Oh, the Toro Rosso sends it up the inside, and they're going wheel to wheel. Off the track. That's off the track.
Bit of contact there. As now Serd will just be going past Chaudier and Serd coming up to Otto now.
I wonder if that one will be going to the stewards.
That will surely be going to the stewards, as I can imagine.
Oh, and that's Gamer Post thinking about
yes,
it.
as I can.
On the Toro Rosso, who seems to be overdriving the car a little bit, you know, picking up 6 seconds worth of penalties.
Yes.
Like, we know how crucial penalties are, you know, in other AOR races, especially in PC Split 1. The race winner of Australia was retired because of post-race penalties. So was PS4 F1, so it's definitely, you know, something the drivers need to improve in their racecraft, try and avoid it, try and get as minimal penalties
As Otto
as
goes
possible.
into the pits there for a second stop there.
Yes, indeed. As oh, we might be looking. We see a move for the lead. Do we? Collis gets barged out of the way by Cryzix in the last. Says, thank you very much, mate. I'll take second place off you. This is going to go right down to the wire, surely.
Yes, as all three drivers are on relatively old mediums.
And crucially, Cryzix on 8 laps,
yes.
last on 5 laps, and Collis on 6 laps. So last on the more fresher tyres compared to his 2 opponents, which could help him, especially at the end of the race, where, you know, tyre wear will become a big issue for all the drivers.
Yes, that 1 lap could be very crucial in the end.
Yep, I'll be looking to get past Cryzix very soon indeed. Collis is not too far behind either.
You just don't want to make a mistake here at the front.
Mistake here could be costly.
Yes.
Even the time penalty could be costly.
As we have Hooper and Portex in a battle for what will be 6th place.
And it's a battle for the lead now, and last could be making the move. Yep, he's got it done, but Cryzix will send up the inside, try and repel. No, he can't really do anything about that. Last makes a clean move around the outside at turn 1. And could this invite the second Finnish driver to make a move on the Rano? Yes, he's going to send it down the inside. Quite a late move from the Force India, but he makes the move stick. And he's up to 2nd place, and Cryzix down to 3rd.
As surely one of these drivers will make a mistake at some point and mix it all up again.
Well, for the sake of us watching, hopefully, but you know...
Ooh.
I thought the Renault strut wing was heading right to the Force India's...
I think we all saw that.
Rear wing there. Heading right to the Force India's exhaust. Thankfully, no contact was made. These 3 guys are there for a reason. They are the quickest today. And the last one is contact to ruin. It will be a great battle, but it looks like Cryzix is dropping off the back of the 2 Finnish
that
drivers.
Extra wear on the tyres is crucial here. He is just dropping further and further away.
And that probably will continue as we head towards the end of the race.
Collis
sits fast off the race.
And Portex now in a fight. As we have Portex going into the pits on his very worn, soft tyres.
Yeah. 13 laps he managed on those soft tyres. Will he pit onto the softs?
Maybe. Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
Unless my graphics are...
As we have Collis going on a move on last for 1st position. But he can't make it stick.
I'm really enjoying this battle. I don't know about you.
Same here.
The Williams and Force India, you know, last and rising, swapping roles.
We have Otto setting the fastest lap of the Grand Prix now.
If my memory doesn't fault me, I'm pretty sure last was having a great race in Australia before making a mistake. There's only a couple laps to go, and that cost him a few positions. So I'd be glad to know that he's winning the race so far. He's leading the race, not winning the race. We've still got 10 more laps to decide the winner.
And as they say, it's not over until the fat lady sings.
Definitely. Oh god, I can't wait for you saying that every single race, because hopefully we'll be seeing tight battles for the lead in every race.
Yes, hopefully.
But, you know, this is Formula 1, so maybe not.
You never know.
But again, it's not real F1, so
yeah, exactly.
Equal playing fields right here compared to what we experience in real life. But here comes Collis Force India making a move on the Williams, both with Mercedes engines, but Force India with DRS. He tries to make the move down the inside at turn 1. He'll have the outside of turn 2, but no. He thinks better of it and try and get a better run onto the second straight up towards turn 4. We see the McLarens battling in the background.
Yes.
The Collis is going to center up the inside at turn 4. Last goes for a switchback move.
And through the
What's
S's.
going to happen between them two?
Oh, they can't make it side by
Collis makes
side
the move stick.
through the S's. And yes, as you said, Collis makes it stick for first position.
So I knew it from the start of the race. Keep an eye on him. I honestly didn't think he would be in first position, but that's how the cookie crumbles, and that is how his race unfolded. He is now in the lead of the Bahrain Grand
And
Prix.
it looks like he's pulling away from last.
Yeah, so slightly. But then again, you know, we're gonna have to wait a couple more laps to judge that. Kreisig still within a second, so he's still there if these two continue to battle.
Yes, very much.
He'll stick his nose in at any given opportunity. Ryzen's still gaining ever so slightly on these guys as he goes wide a bit. That could be a good opportunity for me to actually look at the warnings. Oh, and Collis has picked up 2 warnings.
Oh,
So one more, and he's picking himself up a 3-second time penalty. You know, because he did it in Australia, I wouldn't honestly put it against him. Doing it again as Lass is still pressurising the back of that Force
oh,
India.
as we have Hooper going down the inside of Kane into turn 1.
Yep. And McLaren's swapping about. Don't really see McLaren's battling too often in real F1, so it's nice to see a change to that here in AOR tonight. As Hooper takes 5th place off his teammate.
As we have Anti-Otto and Otto starting a move on each other for a second, then to turn 1, 2 and 3. Down at the heavy end of the field.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's for the scrap positions, you know, and positions like you don't really want to be remembered for in this race. But that's unfortunately what they're going to have to deal
Yes.
with. Still, you know, it's not just about getting as much points as possible. It's about proving to yourself that you are worthy of being in this split. Obviously, one of the top splits now, along with F1, 2, 3. That's why it's being live streamed, courtesy by us, by Apex Online Racing. And we are glad to be bringing this race to you with, thankfully, no issues. Well, no lag issues.
As we have Anti-Otto getting a 3-second time penalty there. Yeah, hopefully no major lag issues today.
If not, yeah. We have been spending time trying to ensure that we have perfected this stream as much as we possibly can. And speaking of perfecting things, I think Collis has perfected his race pretty much.
Yes, I see.
But still 8 more laps to go.
Yeah.
So I'm not really going to say much.
A small mistake can still shake it all up.
I hope I don't jinx him.
Let's hope we're not giving him the commentators. Because yeah.
It's look how close it is between these two Finnish drivers. I don't know if they know each other a lot, but you know, they might do. We don't know, but what we do know is that we'll know what their strengths and weaknesses are on track after this race. Lass, you know, even with the more fresher tyres, I say fresher, but both getting a bit worn now. As Collis holds his 12th lap on this set of medium tyres. As we start lap 23, Lass is a bit too far back to challenge into turn 1. 3-second time penalty for Rienk. Where's Rienk on the track? He's in 14th and he's under pressure from Portex.
As we have
on his
always we have
tyres.
gamer mode going off in turn 1. getting overtaken by Serd and Chaudier. As Portex going down the inside of Rienk into turn 1 and making that move stick.
Yep, that's pretty unsurprising move there. Portex on his new set of soft tyres, trying to slice his way through the
as
field.
he will be coming up to Marb.
Dispatched off one Dutch driver, and he'll be trying to dispatch off the second Dutch driver in the Mercedes. There's a lot of Dutch drivers in this league. Just realised.
A lot of Dutch and Finnish drivers in this league, yeah. As we have Eli in last place on very, very worn medium tyres. Wouldn't surprise me.
A race to forget for him.
Wouldn't surprise me if he came in for a pair of super softs at the end, just to avoid getting a puncture.
Maybe try and put his name on the fastest lap board. He did it in Australia, I think.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure he did. You know, it's just something. You know, it's just to consolidate a pretty poor race.
Yes, as we have Portex coming up to Marb now. He's going to have DRS on the main straight and on fresher tyres as Marb locks up there through the sixth last corner. As we have Toro Rosso's behind them, going side by side.
Well,
yes, Portex, Marb and Otto and Rienk going side by side. As we have Rienk, not being able to stick the move on Otto.
Yeah, Rienk gets muscled out by his teammate there.
Bit of controversy.
What does this mean?
As I said,
Otto's
Eli switching onto the super soft tyres.
So he's gonna try and put his name on the fast lap board. He is crucially not lapped. The leaders are coming through onto the back straight onto turn 14 now, and Eli has made his way through turn 2 and 3. So he will have some good opportunities to put his name on the fast lap board, but you know, again, he didn't want to be in this position. 30 seconds behind 17th place, and yeah, race to forget again for the Red Bull driver.
Exactly.
Race to forget for Red Bull, to be honest. Portex unlikely to gain 7.7 seconds, I should say.
Oh, as we have Chaudier going side by side with Serd through turn 1.
Serd round the outside. Oh my word! Serd does it again. And he goes extremely defensive, like Hamilton Rosberg maneuvers, and he stays ahead of Yardi. He's up into P8.
Yes.
Or was he trying to defend?
We have Otto going down the inside of Marb in turn 1. Marb will be.
Yeah, pretty unsurprising move as well. He's on tyres compared to the Mercedes.
Oh, as we have Marb almost going into the back of the Toro Rosso. Very close racing there.
And El Sonic,
closing up on
we haven't really seen much of him in the second half of this
closing
race.
up to Kane, both on 15 lap old mediums. No, actually, sorry, Kane is on 16 laps old mediums.
Yep, everyone seems to be struggling with tyre wear now. Everyone on the mediums on at least 11 lap old tyres.
Yes.
That one man on 11 lap old tyres is Yardi, so I think he is putting all the pressure on Zerd in these final couple of laps.
Yes, that is.
Zerd will need a miracle from the desert gods to try and keep the Williams
as we have
behind.
Kane under pressure from El Sonny in turn 1, them going side by side.
Yeah, and we see the Haas and the Williams not far behind either. Look how defensive Zerd's going. He's pulling to a very aggressive defensive move and then pulling back to the racing line, which is allowed.
Yes.
You are allowed to make one move before going back to the racing line, so he's not breaking any rules there.
No.
You know, if he's breaking rules means weaving all
as
across
they
the straight.
both lock up into this corner of the S's.
Zerd playing by the rules. Can he keep that 8th place? Oh, he locks up massively into turn 9 and 10.
Yes.
We've seen more battles down the field. We've been out of breath out of how much battles are commencing right in front of our eyes here. Rienk under pressure from Antiotto in the Force India, who hasn't really been able to catch up to these and pass them like he might have wanted to.
Exactly, as
down in 16th, 17th, and well 15th. Marb has been able to pull away from Rienk.
yes, on.
Can he get past him
Oh.
now? Oh, Rienk is going to send up the inside. Very late dive from the Toro Rosso. He can't make the move
Nice, he will
stick
just
though.
slot in behind us. Gamer mode gets a 5-second stop go for exceeding track limits. As we have Kane and Elsani.
Oh, well,
Elsani has overtaken Kane on the start-finish straight.
Rides the curb in doing so, but he's passed the McLaren.
As we have Antiotto and Rienk and Mob.
There's so many battles going on. Zerd and Jardier are having this.
As Antiotto goes into the gravel, as Kane and Elsani are still battling, with Kane taking back the position from Elsani. As Elsani goes down the inside of Kane,
unbelievable stuff.
as there's a bit of collision there.
Wow.
Great fighting here towards the end of the race.
Bit argy-bargy stuff from the Renault being taking no prisoner of the McLaren there, as he gets tail happy that does McLaren out of turn 10. As we only have 2 laps of this race, I kind of want it to be another 27 laps. There's been so much action, and still Collis is ahead of Lass. 3/10 of distance. I'm going to go on board them and look at their ERS usage. Lass has so much more compared to Collis. I'm going to be using that to full effect surely down the DRS straight. This could be the move that I've been sizing up these past couple of laps.
Oh, as he goes down the inside, almost before the braking zone begins.
Locks up. Collis is going to try the switchback, surely not. No, he doesn't, but we're up towards turn 4 now. Collis will get tucked into the slipstream of the Williams car. Will he try and move down the inside into turn 4? He will. We bet you he will. Can he keep it down the inside? Though the Williams with better traction. Keeps it round the outside, and Lass takes the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix on the penultimate
As we
lap.
have Mob getting overtaken by Rienk and Antiotto down in 15th, 16th and 17th place. As it looks like Lass is just going to pull away from Collis now.
Yes. I think that might be the end of the lead. I think that might be the end of the battle for the lead, I should say. Wow. Collis, again, he's been leading quite for the majority of the race, for the majority of the second stint there. And he's had the win taken away from him for a different circumstance. He got overtaken on track rather than off track.
Yes, as
looking to try and looking for Lass to make one final mistake as he
Lass,
to the start
still has a lot more ERS than Collis.
Look, we're going to need Danny Rick dive bomb and a half from Collis if he wants to try and take back that third position place. And no, I think, folks, that might be it. Oh, Lass gets fairy tale happy.
We have to watch out that we don't give anyone the commentator's curse. But as it looks, this is going to be the oh no, as Shadia and Zerd is battling still. So this is not going to be the end, as there's some yellow flags with Mob going out of the race. What has happened to him? As we will try to be going on board with Eli to see what happened with Mob, as it looks like he has gotten an engine failure of some sort. Very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, but as we look at that, Zerd has lost P8 to Yardier, but Yardier is all over the place at turn 8. He's gone on the curb, gone wide, and this could invite Zerd round the outside in turn 10.
On the last lap of the Grand Prix.
Quite. Switch back for the Zerd? No.
No.
Zerd can't quite get past him.
They have the same amount of ERS left.
We want to spectate these, but I think it's our only option to spectate Lass. who's coming around the final corner right
For
now.
an amazing win.
And he's weaving all over the shop. He crosses the line to win the Bahrain Grand Prix.
With the
an
fireworks
drive
going off
as
we have going down the field. With El Sonny coming home in 6th place. With Kane in 7th. Shardy.
Third, unable to get past the Williams of Jardy.
Yes.
Actually, no, he does on penalty.
Oh yes, that is correct.
Jardy
As
drops
we have
out.
Artsy and
down to
Return coming
10.
over the line. And Portex. And Anti-Otto going... oh, almost having a collision there with the pit.
I actually thought it was gonna,
As we have Rienk coming home in 15th, yeah. And then Anti-Otto and Eli coming in home in 16th and 17th position. With Mark Big Boss and Johan Engberg DNFs in this race.
I'm just looking at the positions gained. I didn't see that, but Lass has gained 10 positions. Started 11th, comes home to take the victory. That deserves a round of applause.
Yes, it really does.
Quite frankly, that deserves a round of applause from everyone watching. Both Finnish drivers finishing 1-2. You know, I said to keep an eye on the soft tyre owners, especially Collis. Collis unfortunately did not get the win in the end.
That is very unfortunate for him.
Did. But yeah, it's a double finish podium. We've seen that a lot recently with Bottas and Raikkonen, but never on this top step this season. Until now, at the Bahrain Grand Prix where the last takes the win.
A great battle.
A French driver on the podium though. You know, any French people watching, you know, your man, Cryzix, has done well as watching Limitless celebrating Glass's win. Even though he was a Renault driver, but I digress. But there we go then.
Third Gamer Mode Chardier, Portex, and Otto and Rienk coming home with penalties, which has been sending them down the field a bit. But with Lass coming home to win this race, very well done from him.
Yep, starting 11th, you know, with that 3 choice tyre wears, the fresh soft tyres, it proved victory decisive.
Yes.
Decising, and yeah, Collis comes home in 2nd place from Cryzix, who will be happy with that, I would assume. Did start on pole, but couldn't convert the pole into victory. But at least he picks up his first points of the season. Rising in 4th, Hooper in 5th in the McLaren, Elsoni in between them, in between both McLarens, with Kane in 7th, Zerd in P8. Not quite the comeback from Australia, but I think he'll be satisfied with that. P8, game mode in P9, and Jardier rounds out your top 10 with Artsy, Return, Portex, Otto, Rienk, Anti-Otto, Eli, all finishing outside the points, with Mar, Big Boss and Johan Henberg failing to finish.
With Big Boss and Johan Engberg in a big crash on, I think it was lap 3.
Exactly what I was going to say. Both of them with a massive crash.
I think it was Johan Engberg losing it in the turn 13 maybe, I think it was, and then Big Boss just not seeing him as it is a blind corner and just hits into the side of him, T-bones him, and they both lose their wheels.
Wow. Well, that is it then for round 2 of the AOR Hype Season 16 F4 League here on the PC. Bahrain has served up an absolute cracker of a race that me and Jensk have been gladly able to bring this stream to you all. We hope you did enjoy the stream as much as we enjoyed commentating this race, and we're back for China in a week's time. For me and you, see you then.